Yeah, yeah, yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke. What is up, guys? What is cracking? It's the Con Man, and I'm in your house. And you guys already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And guys, it is Wednesday, which means it's time to get raw. That's right. It's the raw deal with Howse and O'Neal. And when it's Wednesday, that means I get an opportunity to speak with the amazing, divinely designed Annie O'Neal. What is up, Annie?
What's up, Con? It feels like it's been forever since we last ruled the airwaves together, and we're here to not only run it back with some Raw, we're gonna drop those SummerSlam predictions, and I can't believe it's here already. Where is the time going? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yes. Yes. No, it's absolutely, you're right. It's absolutely crazy. Time is going fast and we are already here on on just a few days away from SummerSlam. But I was thinking today, I was driving home
Mhm.
from my shoot job. I had a doctor's appointment today. Everything's all good up in here, so we looking good right now. But I was thinking, it's been almost a week since Hulk Hogan passed away. And it's been, like I said on Sunday, if you out there in the household listen to the Sunday episode, it's one of the most polarizing passings I've ever seen, like one of the, if not the most polarizing passing I've seen in my lifetime. I mean, it's just been so
Absolutely.
crazy. So, like, a lot of people feel a lot of different ways about it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I did want to get some of your thoughts, so some of the household, hear what Annie O'Neal thinks. Hulk Hogan, I don't know the impact that he had on you. I've seen a lot of people on social media, people in the business that
Yeah,
we work with and have worked with, and a lot of positive and negative. I guess not to say what side are you on, because it's not cool to say
sure.
like, oh, what
Sure.
side are you on when it's talking about somebody's passing, but like, what was your temperature on Hulk Hogan and his passing?
You know what? I feel like Terry Bollea was a product of his time. You know, they grew up with different values and held low opinions of people who were just different based on the color of their skin. And a lot of people sit in that hatred, and it ruins who they are. Ruins who they are to that core. And when you hold beliefs like that, they come with certain consequences. And that aside, Hulk Hogan was the person who made mainstream wrestling what it is.
Hmm.
He he took what that which we love, why we are sitting here today discussing Raw. He he gave us that platform, whether we like him, dislike him. He's a huge construction of why WWE is what it is today. And it's like you said, people talking about sides, like, you're this, if you're not this, you're against me. And it's like, no, no, people are no, people are good and bad. And like, being a human is so complex. But what I really took issue with is people celebrating the pain of others. That's something that really didn't sit well with me. Like,
Hmm.
and you know what? Like, yes, we all know what what Terry Bollea says and how he really feels. And I think, personally, I think that's disgusting. I really do. And like something like that, like it angers me, and it's absolutely reprehensible. But us being humans ourselves, who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? Because when our time expires here, we will meet judgment ourselves, and the judgment that we put into this universe, we will be on we will be receiving that. So love him, hate him, he's a villain and a hero. And there's a little difference between the hero and the villain. It's how they take pain and how they react to it. And um I think Terry Bollea, he was a strange, I think he was a lonely old man. I really do feel like that.
Hmm.
Um and he was clinging onto dregs of the past. Someone whose glory days were
Yep.
in high
Oh yeah.
school 35 years ago. That's exactly what I see.
Yeah.
He just clung to relevancy, and you know what? That's human. Flawed and ridiculously human. But what I don't like is, like, there I don't know if you've heard of this gym influencer. His name is Joey Swole.
Oh yes,
he
I heard about all of
posted
this. Yes.
he posted a tribute video to Hulk, and then the internet slammed him because he doesn't feel the same as they do. And what really angers me is, like, people can't have an opinion that differs from others. And I don't care. I am who I am, and like if you believe something, you stick to it. Otherwise it lacks conviction.
Hmm.
And like I don't know, that really didn't sit well. And even Chelsea Green got backlash.
Yeah.
She People are allowed to feel how they feel regardless of how others react, and who cares? And if you give someone that power over you, like this racist old man who was born in what, 19 whatever.
70, 60, 60, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Ge- uh, uh, he's a product of his generation. And you know what? If you so react so strongly, things like that own you. And like what you give your energy to magnifies, and that is an inside job. Okay?
That
Like
is.
that's it. Like, and old ideologies, they need to die. And people of that generation, they are dying along with their beliefs, their attitudes, their mentalities. But people have no patience. Like, things have to run their course. Like, that's evolution. Evolution takes millions upon millions of years. And it's like, oh my god. Like, I don't want to celebrate the death of someone. I just think that's cruel. I think that is gross. But like, in and of itself, like, things like that are things of the past. We have to let them go. And if we're so reactive, we're perpetuating them into the present moment.
That's true.
And that's how I feel. Love him, hate him, that's it. He is a reason why mainstream wrestling is to the level it's at. And you know what? Let's look at Hulk Hogan, the most universal symbol of wrestling. You go to somewhere in, I don't know, Europe, and they have no idea what who like Cody Rhodes is. They know
Yeah.
who Hulk Hogan is. And if we can just use that, like, as a point of connection, oh my god, we're doing what people of the past didn't want us to do. Oh my god, I just solved the problem there, Con.
There it is. You solved it all there.
I
Oh,
did.
you just talked
I did.
yourself through it all. But
But
no,
yeah.
I mean, with Hulk, man, like
Mhm.
like I said on Sunday, like
Mhm.
as somebody who came up watching him, like when I was watching Hulk Hogan, of course I
Mhm.
knew about him my entire life, but I
Sure.
started watching wrestling in like 95, 96,
Yeah.
around that time that he'd started wrestling for WCW. So I was, but here's the thing though, like I it is somebody as a black man,
Yeah.
when I think about like the word, because people were like, hate, I hate Hulk Hogan, hate this, hate that. I just I just don't feel like I can hate somebody that hasn't, he ain't done nothing to me personally. But I
Right.
think but I think the best word is
Mhm.
was disappointment. Is I was just
Yeah.
disappointed, in fight for the right of every man,
Mhm.
but you didn't love every man,
Right.
so there was that. But at the same time, though, I mean, this is a man who, like you said, and like I said on Sunday, this man didn't just change the business once, he changed it twice. Once with the
Right.
WWF and once with WCW when he formed the NWO, when he transcended the business. I mean, the truth of the matter is we might not be sitting here doing what we're doing right now if it wasn't for what he did to, I mean. And I also said this, and this is just me
Mhm.
reiterating here, because
Mhm.
yes, I have some personal feelings for Terry the man,
Mhm.
but as far as facts go, and I'm a very factual person, like logic, so
Mhm.
that's how I move. There's in my mindset, there's only been four
Mhm.
real serious needle moving money
Yeah.
makers who made who made money that wrestling wasn't seeing before they came along.
Mhm.
And that's Bruno Sammartino, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Hulk Hogan.
That's pretty infallible logic, Con. It really is. And like I will never know what it's like to be a person who receives that type of hate. I am a white woman and I acknowledge that, but I just know what my eyes see and what my
Hmm.
ears hear. And for the fact that you and I can sit and have mutual respect for each other, for our accomplishments and their achievements that we both bring to the table, that's what I'm happy for. I don't
Yeah,
I don't need I don't need Terry Bollea to give me permission to talk to a friend. I
yeah.
don't need, like, how powerless are we to someone like that? Like, someone says a racial slur, are we just going to oh my god, stop whatever we're doing? Are we going to give them that much power? Cuz you and I, we're going to continue the business regardless of that sidebar shit.
Hmm.
And like, and we're the way of the future, friend. I
I
have
think
I
so.
have I have like my own grandfather, terribly racist. He's a coward. And you know what? I change. I believe in like generational karma. And I break
Yeah.
that
Oh yeah.
karma by sitting down. You and I together, we combine our efforts to do something that we love, something that's
Oh
productive and
yeah.
what makes us happy. That's how we change where we've been.
So
That's it.
true. So true. I can't disagree with none of that. I just really had to get some of your thoughts on
Yeah.
Hogan, because I
Uh-huh.
know that the household, nobody out there really had known, and it wasn't like I'm just pushing you out there to give you your opinion on it. You
Mhm.
chose to do it.
For sure.
But like I just want to get your thoughts, because
Yeah,
it was a
absolutely.
polarizing death, and he had such a huge impact that will never ever be ignored. So
And I
yeah.
really did
Oh,
think
oh,
his
go ahead. Go ahead.
tribute pack I'm sorry. I thought his tribute package was beautiful. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna roll right into that for Monday Night Raw,
yeah,
because they started out
yeah,
with everybody out there on the stage, and
yeah.
they did it for SmackDown and Raw, and then they also did it for NXT as well. But yeah, the video package was really well done. Like, I think that I think that their goal was to highlight Hulk Hogan,
Yeah,
like who
exactly.
Hulk Hogan, what he personified, what the icon personified, not the man. We could have, yeah,
Right.
that's a discussion that
Mhm.
could be continued for a later time. But right
Absolutely.
now, I think like people just want to honor the
Mhm.
good that he did and what he created and how many people were able to. And did he hold people down? Yeah, he did. But the people would not be making the money that they're making now
And I'm
if not for
saying,
him.
like we live in a nuanced world. We really do. Things aren't just black and white. And without the contrast, we wouldn't be able to contextualize like what's really going on. Like, without the opposing side, without someone holding you down, you wouldn't know, like, hey, this is wrong. We have to change this.
Yeah.
So right or wrong, it served a purpose. Because without those obstacles, where would we be? Where would we be now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a comp. It's like I said on Sunday. He's gonna have a super complicated legacy, but it
Mhm.
is his legacy to have. So,
Mhm. And
and be. Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's not going to be any difference when it's Vince McMahon's time.
Oh God,
Love
that's
him,
gonna be another
love
polarizing
him,
one too.
hate him. He is the reason why WWE is a universal brand.
It's true. It's true. That's going to be another polarizing one. I don't know if you saw in the news, but he actually Vince got into a like big car wreck.
I saw that.
I'm like, what
And
is you doing going 90 miles per hour? What are you doing, man?
like some people don't have anything to lose. So,
I guess not.
I'm
Like, jeez.
like since this his lawsuit, big downward spiral. And anytime like I visually see Vince McMahon, it looks like his life force is draining.
I don't know. I think it might have started with the Walt Disney mustache he grew. I'm like, who are you trying? Are you really trying to be Walt Disney, man? Come on. Jesus. Awful
Yeah,
stuff, man.
yeah,
Awful stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into Monday Night Raw because
absolutely.
we got a lot to talk about. We're already off to a hot start here. I see you guys in the chat, Grunmeister. I see you guys out there, Grun. You at
What's up,
1953. I guess that's when Hogan
dude?
was born. We got our man Daniel Garcia. He's in the chat. He's saying Fast and Furious
Huh,
Vince.
for
Yeah,
real,
man. Shout
for
out to you, our
real.
man Daniel Garcia over there in Puerto Rico. We
What's
appreciate you,
up?
man. We're about to talk some Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, because man, what a night that it was that started with the tribute there. And let me just say, we saw Paul Heyman come out, and man, could he be any more disrespectful to Jay Uso than he was? I mean, Heyman is just somebody who I just enjoy. I mean, I enjoy his work, and this led into what ended up being a big segment at the end of the
Mhm.
night. We're definitely going to talk about that, but. Heyman just dressing down Jay Uso, that was crazy. Did you have any thoughts on that? Like, what was you thinking watching that intro?
I just wonder what was going through the mind of Jay Uso as Paul Heyman is just riffing off the cuff, like really
Yeah,
atomizing a man down to size. And like it was, and my favorite, Paul Heyman started backing up. He's like, "Oh, you between those ropes. We're gonna like retract all the way back to the entrance." I thought that was a really funny, really almost comical. It's really skillful on behalf of Paul Heyman to be completely serious and not at all serious at the same time. Like
that's
no one
him.
does
Yeah,
that like Paul Heyman. And like what goes through the mind of Jay Uso like when he's giving someone the chance to speak their mind completely and freely. But how do you not react like that? Like um if that were me, I would be reduced to the lizard fight or flight instinct would take over, and it's all fight.
yeah,
So I that I know it's part of the job. You gotta just take what comes at you. Talking about his father's name, like you like straight for the kill, man. Like
man.
and and did he and the Santa Claus line? I'm like, you can't get more heel than that.
Man.
Oh my god! And saying everyone's mom lied except for the Jewish ones. That
I was
sent
like, I was like, can he
me.
really say that?
He did, and no one else can say that without getting canceled, like Joey Swoll and Chelsea Green.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh man. Yeah, I thought it was a great promo. Paul Heyman just he just gets it, man. I mean, I could sit
Mhm.
up here and talk all day about Paul Heyman. I'm a huge fan
Mhm.
of his, so most definitely. I just thought it was a good way to start the show as we're kicking off, getting into SummerSlam. And we're just kind of hitting the highlights, ladies and gentlemen,
Mhm.
because like Annie said earlier, we are going to be giving our predictions for this weekend's huge SummerSlam, the first time that they've done it for 2 nights, and that's going to be real good. Hey, let's talk about a little Lyra Valkyria because I got a question. Lyra was I got a couple of questions about
Mhm.
Lyra. Three
Mhm.
things that I want to ask about Lyra. First off, one statement and two
Mhm.
things here. One was the fit was dope. I liked the fit. It was fire.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Becky Stompers were on point. I liked them. Two, when she did the little dance, the little twirl that she did, that's all over. I'm like, what was that? Like I was like, what was that? Like I didn't hate it, but I was like, what was
it,
that?
it was like the little dance like the avatar does after they win in like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I just
That's a
like she
cute little jig,
just a
like
little jig. That's what it
really really
was. Just
putting the Irish flair over. Like I thought that was great. Like
I was puzzled. I was absolutely puzzled.
it's like she got that river dance step.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it. I mean, she hit
I
it. I mean, but I was puzzled.
yeah, she you know what? She's letting herself be Lyra.
Yeah.
She's not just trying to perform. She's actually coming out as a human being. And
Yep.
like that
Taking chances.
yes, that's that like that her little jig. I thought it was hilarious. I loved it. That's it's
I
things
didn't hate
like
it. I was
yes.
confused.
Yes, it's make a person very likable to me. Like you're just not trying to be this uh example that you're just trying to fill. Like there's creativity and there's things that are bringing that to life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I enjoy what she did. And then the other thing is, were her bird lady senses tingling or something? Because how the hell did she know that Becky Lynch was back there?
I you know what? Because maybe she's just been watching Becky and studying her patterns week in and week out, and then like she just knew. But like when she's zeroed over, it's like, how did you do that? How like I don't know. Like
It happened so
I was
fast.
completely buff. I was like, oh my god, I love this, and I love those are hysterical to me. I love it.
It's just crazy because to me, like it's these little weird.
Mhm.
Lyra is developing these little weird quirks that it's
Mhm.
like when she like even my son noticed it. He was like, one weird thing about Lyra Valkyria is that usually when she does the Nightwing, she sits out with it
Yeah.
and hooks the legs there. But when she's really mad and frustrated, she'll just pick you up and just throw you, like sling you to the mat. She won't fall with you. She'll just
Yeah.
sling you to the mat. And I'm like, you know what?
It's true. It's
She
true.
does do that when she's. I've seen her do it to Bailey, and I've seen her do it to Becky Lynch more than once. That when she's just mad, she'll just pick them up and then instead of doing the Nightwing that leads to the pinfall, just you know
Mhm.
what? I'm sick. You fling them on the ground as hard as she can, and I think it's like she just gets so frustrated and like Lyra is she's I was already a Lyra fan. Like
Yeah.
I'm like I'm ground floor Lyra Valkyria fan. Like I've always just loved her. But the development, like she's just quirky and just angry. Like I don't know. I like it.
It's like once you she's like there's no room for like respect. Like, you know what? Full send. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're getting because same like when once you reach a certain point with me, I don't care. Like if my words are going to do. So, I
We got
like
a
it.
voice. We got a voice here in the chat. He's saying a crow will hold vengeance till they pass away.
That's true. It's true.
He says Ravens never forget. And he also says Ivy Nile can take notes. Man, Ivy Nile is such a polarizing topic. among in your house circles because everybody like there's all this potential there, and then it's like, oh, she's not taking that potential. It's always a conversation. But yeah, as far as that goes, though, going back to Lyra, I like that segment. I liked it for Lyra. I like the fact that pretty much every match on night two, it seems like there's some sort of stipulation. Once again, we'll talk about that once we get to that point. But let's talk about this tag match. It was an 8-man tag match, 8 women tag match with Rhea, Io, Stephanie Vicker, and Nikki Bella. And they went up against Chelsea, Alba Fire, Piper Niven, the Secret Harvest, who I love, and Champion Naomi, who I also love. I love all these women. They're all great for one reason or another. Um, it, it, I'm trying to see what we're leading up to here because
Mhm.
I know that Stephanie Vicker and Rhea Ripley. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've seen it. They've developed like quite a friendship in the time
Yeah,
that
like there's a
yeah,
chemistry going on, and I saw that on Raw. Like it's something something interesting, something that is developing really naturally between them,
yeah.
and both of their aesthetics play really well off of each other.
Oh yeah. I think that I was thinking maybe because we're at a point, and I want to see what you think about this.
Mhm,
Um, we're getting to that point where Rhea is like, we want to do something else with her
mhm,
that is not in the championship picture
mhm.
in the championship picture. We're kind of seeing that happen with Charlotte Flair, who like we've all
Right.
said, oh, we're tired of her being in the main event. I think there's a future we could possibly see like Rhea and Stephanie become a tag team and maybe push for the women's tag team championships.
And there was, I think it was Michael Cole who said it, that it was going to be Rhea's women's champion. Like, really? As much as I appreciated her as the women's world champ, it I think it might be like, and what happens when if she gets turning on Rhea Ripley? Because that's not something I want to see her go through.
Yeah.
Because she is so well loved. Like, I don't want to see her get the Charlotte Flair treatment.
No, and that's the line that we're starting to
Mhm,
draw is like,
mhm,
oh, here comes Rhea again, getting that main event opportunity, that championship opportunity.
mhm,
So yeah, I don't want to. I'd like to see her tell some different stories, just because I don't want to see that. I
mhm,
don't want to see that happen for Rhea. Rhea's a great star. She puts on great matches. I just saw her be a part of one of the greatest one-on-one matches I've
mhm.
seen all year long against,
Right,
so like I don't want to get to a point where like, oh, Rhea's overrated. Like, no, like Rhea's really, really good and deserves to where she,
right.
where she is at. It's just we gotta write something different for her,
Do you think it's fair to be in a title shot since being
Do
called up?
who you say Stephanie?
Yeah, do you think it's too soon for her?
I do. And the reason why I do is because you have a super solid women's mid
Mhm,
card with Roxanne Perez doing her thing. Then Julie is the U.S. champion over on SmackDown, the women's U.S. champion. So, like I said, Roxanne Perez, Julia, and then who else? We got uh, Kyrie Sane still in the
mhm,
mix. That's still another great one. And then Lyra Valkyria, like I said earlier, who and here's the thing, they're all doing work through the mid card.
mhm.
So when you have Stephanie Vicker, who and I love Stephanie, I think she's great. I think
I
she's
think
a
she's
great
fantastic.
talent. She
Absolutely.
is amazing.
Mhm,
But like she just came from NXT, and then she did a few things here and there, and they're featuring her a little bit here and there on Monday Night Raw.
mhm.
But like She hasn't really been a part of anything when you have Roxanne Perez, already a women's tag team
Mhm.
champion, integrated effortlessly into the Judgment Day. Lyra Valkyria, who's in the mix and always in the conversation, mixing it up with Becky and Bailey. That's great for her. Then Julia is getting a chance to, do her thing and grow and develop as a mid card champion over on
Mhm.
SmackDown. And then you have Stephanie, who's like, "Oh, let me just jump that line,"
Right.
you
Do
know.
you, and could be made for Julia. I mean, she's already a United States Women's Champion. I mean, she, um, at the around the same time that Stephanie did.
Yeah, she came up. So you're breaking up a little bit. I don't know if you need to pull your mic down a little bit, but just because I'm trying to keep the conversation going, I want to
Sure.
make sure I can hear. Yeah, you're breaking up, but
Yeah, I can get a different headset if you just give me a second.
yeah, sure. But yeah, Julia, and if you, yeah, I'll vamp for you. Julia, as far as that goes, I think Julia was gonna do real good on the mid card as far as being a mid card champion. I like the addition of Kiana James, her being the manager. I think that's gonna add more of kind of like a heel flair for her, and that's gonna be real nice for her. Like I said, guys, I just really think as far as the Stephanie thing, I like Stephanie a whole lot. I think she's super talented. But at the same time, when you have such great mid card women's talent that's doing their thing, and I'm a huge fan of each one of those ladies. Like I said, Julia, Lyra Valkyria, and Roxanne Perez, super talented, love what they're doing. But like, yeah, Stephanie, I just need to see a little bit more because I think that her personality, it's just a little underdeveloped right now because of the fact that she hasn't been featured that much. So yeah, that's a great question by Annie. Thoughts there, and I thought that that was really great. But hey, guys, while she's getting that figured out, I want to talk about El Grande Americano. Because how many El Grande Americanos do we have already? I done already seen at least three now. We saw two just on Monday Night Raw. I thought that was really interesting. I thought it was a good opportunity to get a fresh tag team in there fighting for the tag team championships with the LWO. So I really enjoyed that. But I don't know where they're going with this El Grande Americano thing because now they're going with one, and then he gets taken out of the mix by Dragon Lee, and then you have the other one, and word on the street is it might be Pete Dunne. I don't know. You didn't hear that from me, but that's who they're thinking that it is. Are you back with us, Annie?
I'm back. Can you hear me?
There she is. All
There
right. Yes,
I
I
am.
can hear you just fine. I can hear you great.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. But
Absolutely.
where what are you thinking about the El Grande Americano situation? How many more do you think we're gonna see?
We could see as many as 26 or as little as 3. The world may never know. But I thought a different person who was taking on the iteration of Grande Americano was definitely interesting. Like that's not something I foresaw, and I loved it initially. Like now it feels like it's lacking a little direction. And where is he in terms with being alongside American Made? Is that a thing anymore? Or
Right. What
it
is it?
it just felt, I don't know, it just felt very random to me.
It
Um
did.
yeah, and I thought my eyes perceived Pete Dunne. So I think I'm in agreement with you there, Con. I think it
It could
you know,
be.
and you never know until one is unmasked. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, we got our buddy Fighting 20 saying they're pulling a Doink the Clown. Soon there'll be little Grande Americanos. I like that, man.
I love it.
Most that would be I wouldn't be mad at that. That would be amazing to see a bunch of little El Grande Americanos just coming out. That would be great. But I do enjoy what they're doing. I'm just like, where are they going with this, Where are they
Do
going
you
with this?
do you think this is gonna maybe lead back up into a feud with LWO and Dos Grande Americanos
Yeah,
or
that looks like where
Trace
it's headed.
Americanos?
Yeah, I think it's Dose. I don't know, but I think it is. I that's the lower mid card there. Like
Mhm.
I just I don't know the direction because like they were really cooking with the El Grande Americano stuff when Chad Gable was playing the role.
Mhm.
I'm not saying like nothing against Ludwig Kaiser or now Pete Dunne. If that's who is under those masks, we don't know. That's not confirmed. But like I don't know, it just hit harder when it was Chad Gable. Probably because that's where the story started, and now they're trying to pivot because of Chad Gable's injury. But yeah, I think that's where they're gonna go. I do.
Yeah, and you know what? Time will only tell. I currently don't know how I feel about it right now, but it just feels, like I said, it just feels very random.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. We had a promo there by Gunther and CM Punk. I think
Mhm.
we can kind of tie that more into our predictions there once we get to that point. That'll be easy to kind of bring it in there. So let's bring it to the main event before we take a break because uh, all right, elephant in the room, full blown. I mean, we saw Jay Uso, he defeated Bronson Reed by DQ, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, this and that, whatever. Let's talk about like the utter destruction and bodies laying that were left by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And we're not just talking about like any ham and egg or anybody like that.
No,
We're talking main event Jay Uso in the OTC Roman Reigns. I mean, just put them in the dirt. This man took his
right.
shoes. I
His
mean,
shoes
that
in the
is the
city of
craziest thing.
Detroit. What are you thinking, man? That is how you spark insurrection. And if you
Yeah,
ever come to Detroit, we will riot. We've rioted over lesser things, but a man's shoes?
that was
Oh,
insane.
that was cold. That was cold.
That was the craziest of work. That was like street gang stuff right there. Like I was like, oh my god,
And,
like
and, and I can only imagine how Roman Reigns felt going to the back without shoes on.
that man had to walk back to gorilla position barefoot. Like, I'm sorry, but Bronson Reed, if I'm Roman Reigns, you got to see me. You like you gotta see me outside, bro. Like, no, like that was
Right.
disrespectful.
And those were really nice shoes. We know
Yes, they
how
were.
we know Roman Reigns' shoe game is strong.
Oh yeah,
And oh my,
he stays with some hard kicks.
what are the chances you think Bronson Reed comes out to SummerSlam wearing Roman Reigns' shoes?
If he comes out with listen, even if he comes out with the shoes like with the laces tied around to where the
Yes.
shoes are around his I will lose it. I will throw myself listen, I will throw myself out my window. I will lose it so bad. Like I'm
Thank you
not
for
even
the
joking.
visual you gave me.
I will lose it if he comes out with those shoes because that is the most disrespectful, pettiest. And I'm like, Bronson Reed, I see you, man. You are a petty some bitch, bro. Like you took this man's shoe. That was wild, and I loved it.
Hey, there were storylines last year fought over a damn bracelet. If
That's what I'm saying.
if
Like
if, if it's going to be shoes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. But
tell me something more relatable than somebody. I mean, if somebody comes and takes your shoes off your feet, and like, listen, full disclosure, I'm from LA, so I've
uh,
seen people walk home barefoot before. I mean,
it,
I've seen it happen. Thank God it never happened to me, but I've seen it happen, and it's like the walk of shame, bro. Like,
it's like you know you're in the trenches when someone steals your kicks, man. Like,
yeah, oh yeah,
uh, and I really don't know how this match will go at SummerSlam. It really could go either way. But like just the visual of Jey Uso and Roman Reigns being laid the hell out at the
yeah.
end of Raw, like I don't know. I don't know how to take that. I mean, it could go one or two ways. Like, that's the visual cue, like setting us up like the total opposite could happen, that they could
Yep.
indeed be victorious, or it's just, I don't know. But it didn't leave me with a good omen at the end of Raw.
Yeah, it was like I
Still.
thought, but I will say this:
Hmm.
I think it looked. I mean, for the future, for the
Hmm.
trajectory of Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, great for them to look that strong against those two.
100%. Oh my god! And what do you think? Braun, Braun, all brain, no Braun. Um, Braun Breaker said he had a plan, and I swore I could hear like a wrench being like driven into the internal machinations of his brains, and the whole system just like toppled. Like, was he in pain when he was thinking? Because
Oh, I know the exact
like
moment you're.
like like did that hurt? Because I was concerned. I'm like, bad things happen when meatheads try to think.
Yeah, his brain something his brain was glitching. Like
For real. I'm like,
like it's
you
weird
just opened the
because
portal, bro. Just close it. Don't
yeah,
think.
like
Just run and run, do brawn shit.
it's weird because with Breaker, I'm seeing like some weird contrasting that just
Hmm.
stay with me here. Some
Hmm.
weird contrasting comparisons with like Randy Orton.
How
And
interesting.
and like it's just in the way to where it's like he's the second generation wrestler,
Hmm.
like has all the tools, every single tool to be great. And
Hmm.
now they're, it's almost he's has this kind of like unhinged gimmick to where you don't know when he's gonna, he's kind of a crash out. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like he's kind of a
For
crash
real.
out. And like that's how Randy was back in the day. He was an absolute crash out. So like
Mm,
I'm just seeing like comparisons there in that way, like where I see some Randy in Braun Breaker.
I can see that. Do you think that Breaker has enough but of the, I don't know, the underhanded nature to be as calculating as Randy
That's
Orton?
that will have to
Oh,
come with time
sure,
because
that makes sense. Yeah.
right now his character is Braun Smash,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
but being under the tutelage of
Hmm.
not only Seth Rollins but also Paul Heyman,
Hmm.
like imagine imagine that rage, that
Hmm.
uncontrollable rage that Braun Breaker feels when he's running from one side of the ring all the way to the other side and completely
Hmm.
just smashing somebody and splatting them into the mat. Well, what if he was a little bit more calculated with that anger? What if he
Uh,
actually learned some underhanded tactics? What if there's a lot of potential with Braun Breaker, especially with the people that he has around him.
I mean, the Hulk was also Bruce Banner,
Yep.
so I mean, who knows? Like you said, only that's only going to come with time and experience, and especially being on the flanks of Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. Give it 5 years, who knows what we could be saying from Braun Breaker.
For sure. No, absolutely. I just see that potential. Like that could be maybe not an absolute, but it could be a goal for him. Like maybe ceiling he's Randy Orton very low. He ends up being like a Ryback or something, which we don't
Mhm,
want that.
mhm,
Nobody wants that for him. But like ceiling could be like a Randy Orton, and he
mhm.
can get some things like he's right now his big thing is explosive offense,
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
big thing is it's going to be explosive offense until something at some point forces him to change his in-ring style, and maybe he
Mhm.
has to get a little bit more mat oriented, maybe a little bit more technical, but right now the brute force is what it's his
It's
thing.
working. Right.
That's his thing. So yeah, I don't know. I think Braun Breaker. I just love the guy. I think he's got a huge future. And yeah, I just thought that it was really great for them. No matter what happens at SummerSlam, it was great for them on Monday Night Raw to look super strong at the end of the show.
Do you think we could potentially be seeing Seth Rollins at SummerSlam? He has to be involved somehow. Has to be.
I could see it. I could definitely see a reality
Hmm.
where it's a situation where it's like, hey, maybe the injury wasn't, and they do this all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe the injury wasn't as serious as they
Hmm.
thought it was, but they're like, hey, I know they're saying you're going to be out for maybe like 4 to 6 weeks,
Hmm.
but let's tell them you're going to be out like 4 to 6 months. Let's just put that out there. So then when you come back early, they could say, oh my God, he healed miraculously. Oh, he came back so early ahead of time. You know what I'm saying?
It's tried and true and it works. It works
Yep.
every time.
Yep, that's a classic
Hmm.
tactic that I mean, it always, like you said, it always works. It always works. There's like, and what that's one thing that the fans can't truly know
Hmm.
is what is the real timetable of the injury, because the
Hmm.
people who are reporting it can put out whatever WWE wants them to put out, because that's just it's an entertainment company,
It
you
is.
know. So like it's not our public business to know how long they're going to be on the shelf, even though they make that available to like athletes and stuff like that. But of course they're going to fudge it a little bit so that way they can, write it into the
Yeah.
story. Oh, they came back early. They can't, what? And plus it makes the surprise. It makes the surprise. Like if we're not expecting you back for 4 to 6 months and we see you in 5 weeks, like
Right.
yeah, that's surprising.
I love when the dirt sheets go reeling. It's a little it makes me
I think we all in your house have
love it.
that guilty
I love
pleasure
it.
where we like to see the dirt sheets kind of get punched down on a little bit. I enjoy it.
Mhm.
I know
Same.
I do. All right, all right. Annie, we have got to predict some matches. We have 12 matches to predict. It is going to be a 2 night SummerSlam. Listen, I am super, super excited for what we're about to watch this weekend. I got a big weekend plan with my family.
Hmm.
Daughter's birthday is coming up, and then just big SummerSlam. So, one big hurrah before everybody has to go
Yep.
back to school and everything. So, it's going to be a real big weekend, and we're going to talk about it and break all that down. But first, we're going to take a break, pay a few bills. Then, when we come back, we are going to give my and Annie's predictions for this weekend's SummerSlam. Hey guys, we are back. Myself and the amazing, divinely designed Annie O'Neal. Hey guys, do us a favor. If you enjoy what we're doing here at In Your House, make sure you guys give us a follow. Go ahead and hit a Mexican destroyer on that follow button and give us that real quick if you could. Also, join our Discord. We're going to be having a big watch along with the voice, Josh Joseph. I'll be jumping in a little bit here and there. I'm sure Grunmeister and anybody else who wants to jump in to this audio watch long that we're going to be doing exclusively on Discord. So join us Saturday night. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. We'll have more details of that as we are going. And we just got a lot of great shows. You guys already know the vibes. If you want to catch what we are doing on the podcast version, it is on Apple Podcasts, it is on Spotify. I try to upload all of the episodes as quickly as I can. We got a lot of episodes coming in because we got a lot of great creators who come together and make this what it is, and it is truly appreciated. So yeah, check us out, of course, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Facebook. We get a lot of traction from you guys out there on the YouTube. We have really done a really good job of growing this channel. Through YouTube. So we've got a lot of you guys new listeners like Rib Shot over here. My man Rib Shot, he comes in, and then Fightins, we got you coming in. You're also somebody there through YouTube. So I know Daniel Garcia and our guy Nightwing. They usually come. We have Bruzy who comes through from time to time. We got a growing community, so we really appreciate you guys, and we appreciate it and try to reciprocate it by giving you guys what we do, and that's give our thoughts and opinions on professional wrestling. So, Annie, we have got a big 2 night event here, and I got to tell you, they really stockpiled the load on night two. I
They
mean, these
did.
night two matches are crazy, and we're definitely going to get into that. But hey, night one is not no slouch either. There's
Mhm.
things that I'm excited for. So I want to go ahead and jump right into it, and we'll start here. I'm just checking it out here on Wikipedia. I got the card right
Mhm.
in front of me. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill singles match for the WWE Women's Championship. Who do you got?
It's gonna be Jade. I think it's gonna be time to pull the trigger on Miss Jade Cargill. She's been putting in that work. She's been improving weekly. I think it's the girl's time, and I I want to see both Naomi and Jade be the women's champions of this company. Never
Oh,
before seen two black women holding the most prestigious belts. We're ready. The world needs to see it. It's going to be Jade. One thing I'm surprised, like one thing I wanted to see Naomi screw over Jade. It still could happen,
yeah,
but I didn't think Naomi's cash in was going to be so early. But this is where
yeah,
the neighborhood we're living in. But I'm going for Jade Cargill.
yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go with you here. I'm gonna say
Mm-hmm.
Jade because I just feel like Tiffany has had a decent reign for her first reign. She
Mm-hmm.
won it back in like February when she cashed in on a SmackDown. So from February to what will be come August, I think that's most definitely a good spot right there for sure. And yeah, I mean, a lot of us here in the household, we saw it in the comments and we talked about it as well, ladies and gentlemen. We were teetering on Jade for a little bit because we were up on her. Then it felt like it went down,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, after that great match that she had with Naomi at Evolution, it went back up, and the trajectory has been here and there. Because here's the thing, I know for a fact that anybody in the household here that's criticizing Jade is
Mm-hmm.
because they truly do want her to be great. We want to
Mm-hmm.
get behind her. We want her to be everything that we think that she can be. And I
Right.
will say this, I think that the time is now. The moment
I
is
agree.
now. I think you give her that opportunity. You don't, you take that chance because
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, they took a chance with Tiffany, and Tiffany, who is an anomaly in this business,
She
3 years into it,
is.
and she's already a world champion with the reign, the number of reign that she had. And once again, it's been a good reign. It's been a decent reign. Like I felt like Tiffany kind of fell under the radar a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because of the magnitude of everything that's been going on with Io Sky and
Mm-hmm.
Rhea Ripley,
Right.
but like still a decent champion. But I just feel like right now it's the right time for Jade to get that opportunity to be a singles champion and
Mm-hmm.
see. what she can do if she is the cornerstone of a women's division. I think it's time to try it out.
I agree with you. And, in addition to what you said of amidst Tiffany being a good champion, like when you're in, um, when you're alongside women like Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, it's really hard to stand out. So for what she had accomplished while almost being on the outskirts of that, I think she killed it. But I think the time is now on Jade Cargill. And other our other counterparts in the household, yeah, they are critical of Jade Cargill, but I think because they see that potential
Yes.
and they want the best. So you have to be critical of that person sometimes, especially when she's sitting on that inherent greatness. So and sometimes it takes longer. It takes longer for other people to hit that. Like you said, Tiffany Stratton is that anomaly. She
She is.
she didn't walk into this business being a wrestler. She was a gymnast.
Yep.
So and that timeline might take longer for Jade Cargill, but I think the time is now.
I agree. I most certainly agree. We're definitely going to find out this weekend at SummerSlam, but we got to move on because we have our next match here, and that's Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. They're tag teaming up against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Now they did not. They did not talk about this on Raw, to my recollection. At least I
Mhm.
didn't see it.
I didn't think
If I
so.
did, they word is Drew McIntyre is having issues getting back into the country. I don't know if that's a work or anything like that, but since they did not, to my idea, didn't change anything, because I saw Miz cutting promos trying to lobby to slide in that spot on Instagram. He was trying to slide in that spot and try to replace Drew McIntyre to tag team up with Logan Paul. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but we're going to move under the guys that it is going to
Right,
be Drew
right.
McIntyre. Who do you got in that tag team match?
I'm gonna go Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Okay.
I feel like this is gonna be the match, or at least one of them, where the fans will be leaving disappointed. Um, Jelly Roll has been at the Performance Center like training, dang it, a lot for this spot. But I think he's going to get steamrolled by Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, and Randy Orton might be sent home packing and crying. So I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
I like that pick because it's a pick that I almost went with
Mm-hmm.
because I think that I really do feel like there's a reality where you can just see Logan Paul just with his tongue sticking out, getting a pinfall over Jelly Roll and just pissing everybody off. Just like feeling like he accomplished something because he beat up a country singer, like
Yeah.
I could see that smug face for sure, but
Mm-hmm.
something in me just feels like they want that to be a feel good Randy Orton putting up Jelly Roll's hand moment because Jelly Roll did something cool. Jelly Roll gets the pinfall or something. I can't get it out of my brain that for some reason they want to end this match and make it feel good.
But at the same time, I can see a case for the opposite to happen because
Yeah,
like from what I see, Jelly Roll is beloved and embraced by the wrestling community. So
yeah.
why not take us to the heights and take us beyond the atmosphere and then drop us from that high altitude, send us
Oh yeah.
crashing back down to the earth. I'm kind of the degeneracy is just clamoring for it.
I was going
So
to say that you're kind of a sicko.
I
You're kind
am
of a sicko. I
sometimes,
like it.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
No, that's I could see that. I
Hmm.
like the yin and the yang of our picks here. We'll keep it at that
Hmm.
because either way, one of us are right. So
Absolutely.
so there we go. We're good there. But let's jump to this World Heavyweight Championship match: Gunther versus CM Punk. What do you think?
Ooh. It has to be Punk. Otherwise, if he doesn't win, he's gonna look like a punk.
Yes, he
I
is.
really feel
Oh
like
my
it.
god.
Like, how many times in the last year and a half has he gotten to the precipice where he said he was going to go to and it had been snatched out of his hands, whether he was hurt or whether it was just what the storyline dictated. Oh, and I love Gunter as a champion, but what where does he go if he is also not the world heavyweight championship? I don't know if he doesn't have it.
Oh,
It's kind of a catch 22 because I really don't know how long we have left with Punk.
I know. I
It's
know.
a, you know, less than 2 years. I really feel like it could be sooner than that.
I
So
think you're in the ballpark with like that 2 years area. I think you're right.
because he looks tired, and I don't mean that as an insult. His body just looks like it's not going to do what it did 10 years ago, obviously, but
Yeah.
he just looks weathered and grizzled, and I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know. I feel like our numbers with CM Punk are just that. They're numbered, and I feel like it's going to be Punk. It's now
I
or
feel
never. It really is.
like I think Gunther's gonna retain. I do. I do. I think and the reason why is
Hmm.
because I think we're zeroing in on like, you know, Gunther and his title reign and what's he gonna do if he's not champion. I totally agree with that.
Hmm.
But like I think the story here with CM Punk is disappointment because he went to the Royal Rumble, didn't win. Went to WrestleMania, main evented. That's a win in itself. That was
Yeah, one
huge.
hundred percent.
Big huge win for him.
No one
But
can
the
take that away
match,
from him. Yep.
he lost the match. Opportunity to fight against John Cena. Went up against John Cena. Went up against his convictions to go to Saudi to fight John Cena and lost.
Lost. Yeah.
Going up against Gunther, I think it's going to be a loss because I think that's the story that we're telling with CM Punk is that he's going to deal with perpetual disappointment and what's he going to do with it? What's he going to do about it? I think the story could be because as somebody who no matter what you think about Punk personally, one of the best storytellers in the business,
Hmm.
I think he realizes that he's racing up against the clock and I think that disappointments are going to pile up and then as the disappointments pile up, that's when we're going to realize, hey, man, we're running out of time. The body's not going what it's going to go. And I think the story is going to be completely different. I think right now we're seeing CM Punk build his disappointment story, and it's going to ultimately lead to redemption. Where I could see him winning the championship this Saturday, I just feel like there might be a better story to tell if they just continue to build off the fact that he's not winning any of the big ones.
And you know what? Now that you brought it to my attention, that's the pattern tracks. Like he's put himself in the circumstances he said he would be in, and he's just shy of
Yep.
going through with it. So, and there, the redemption arc is always one of my favorites.
Oh
The
yeah.
fallen hero rises. So,
And you know what's so crazy
hmm.
is that this is totally in CM Punk's wheelhouse.
Hmm.
Like it's totally in his wheelhouse because like he is the type that will be like, hey, what if I just lost a bunch of matches?
Hmm.
Like I just lost a bunch of matches, and then people we started to test to see if the people really believe in CM Punk. Can they really get behind me? And I think that that's the story that we can tell. I like what could become of it because
Hmm.
this is honestly what they could do has potential to lead
Hmm.
up to his WrestleMania moment next year.
Yeah, 100%. Um,
So that's just a thought.
do you think more storylines will end or begin at SummerSlam?
I think I think more storylines will begin. I think
Sure.
they'll begin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely think we'll see a lot more things begin,
Hmm.
especially post SummerSlam. I think we will there'll be some things ending, I guess. We might see some
Hmm.
break parts happen with some feuds and like Sami Zayn and Karrion Cross will definitely get to that one. I think they're gonna break apart after that. But yeah, definitely more. It's it's definitely going to be the start. This is when they're going to really start ramping up towards WrestleMania. And usually, what they like to do, they don't do it all the time,
Mhm.
but a lot of the times, the WrestleMania storyline will begin after a little bit after SummerSlam. So yeah,
Mhm.
more the beginning of storylines, a new
Mhm.
start, fresh start.
I agree. I agree. Things will end and they will begin.
Yes, most definitely. I agree with that. But let's jump over to this match right here. The Judgment Days, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, the Prodigy, going up against We're Not Friends, the Allies of Convenience, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
I really want that to be their tag name. We're not friends. I love that so much.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
I just love them. I love
I
this so far.
do. And I feel like it's one of those things we didn't know we needed until we got it.
Yep.
I'm gonna I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I feel like um night when is AJ and Dom's match? Is that night two?
It's night two. Yeah. Yep.
Night two.
Yep.
I feel like this will begin a new iteration of Judgment Day. Finn Balor is a little too greedy for gold. I hear the sounds of a treasure goblin in my head right now. I wish we had a sound effect for it, but I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
I I like that because I agree. I
I,
think
I
they
like when you agree with me.
yeah, I like that. I agree. I think it's gonna be. I think that I truly believe that this thing between Alexa and Charlotte got over faster than what they thought it was going to. I
I
think
agree.
they. I think that they thought that it was going to be like, okay, we really need Alexa to pull something different out of Charlotte because Alexa's one of the best, not just woman, but man or woman in that locker room that can just pull something out of somebody else. Like she is really, really good about that. Like we put her in the right opportunity and she can, she can make somebody else shine. She really did a good job of it with Nikki Cross, but
Hmm.
when during their tag team championship reigns. Um, but yeah, I just feel like it's caught fire a lot faster than what they thought it was, they was going to. And for that reason, I think they're gonna pull the trigger and put the tag titles on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
And I don't think Raquel and Roxanne actually need them. I think they're standalone, great without being in the championship picture. I love them together, and like that chemistry caught on just as quickly as the chemistry between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
It
Like,
really did.
and oh my god, did you hear all of the things that Michael Cole was saying about Liv Morgan when on commentary? She's not gonna like that when she returns. She's gonna have a bone to pick with everyone. But this is
Oh,
SummerSlam.
I'm so
Oh
ready
yeah,
for Liv to
oh
return
yeah,
because she's
I
gonna be
can't.
so spiteful.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I can't wait. But oh, yeah, it's gonna be Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair for me on this one.
Yeah, like I said, I agree. I just feel like Roxanne Perez is going to it, you know what, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, because I'm not going to sit up here and say that Raquel Rodriguez has not been impressing me in
Mm-hmm.
these last couple of months. Because man, the way this woman is able to pivot when things, that, and I use, I always feel something with
Mm-hmm.
Raquel Rodriguez because I remember we was back in Emerge and
Yep.
we were talking about it. It
Mm-hmm.
was weeks before the show, and I was like, it'd be crazy uh, if Raquel Rodriguez came back and helped Liv Morgan win that match where Dom was hanging over, over the ring or whatever in a
Mm-hmm.
shark cage. And
Mm-hmm.
damn it, that night we were at Emerge, she
Yeah.
returned. It was a complete shot in the dark. But like last few months, she's been really putting on some great matches, and I just appreciate her work. Is Big Mommy cool? And Roxanne Perez, she's she's finding herself on the main roster. I love that springboard moonsault that she does when she jumps from
So
one
good.
wall over to the other moonsault. So clean. That is so good. I feel like now those two women, you
Mm-hmm.
might, maybe insert one of them into the mid card title picture.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just have, have that chemistry that Raquel Rodriguez had with Liv and just kind of have her be like the heavy for Roxanne Perez, and Roxanne Perez maybe insert herself into the women's IC championships picture. I just think that right now you got to give those titles to what is super hot right now and let the two women
I
who are
agree.
eventually going to be singles competitors anyway. I mean,
Hmm.
Roxanne Perez is eventually going to go out on her own and be single. Same thing with Raquel Rodriguez. She's going to be a
Hmm.
singles because they both have that potential. So right now is the time to do it.
Do you think that time in which Roxanne Perez came on to the main roster, do you think she needed to be absorbed into Judgment Day at that point?
I don't think she needed to because there was a
Hmm.
I mean there's a million other things you could have done with her.
Sure,
But
sure.
I think that they did that because they did not want her to get lost in the
Hmm.
shuffle. Like that was one thing is in WWE's been guilty of, and I think they're getting better at it. Is you
Hmm.
have this great, amazing, incredible talent in NXT, and then you don't know how to present them on the main roster, and
Right,
it's like you're bringing them
exactly.
up for no reason. I think they're trying to protect once again. Like I said, for me, the three of the pillars of the women's, well, the four pillars, she should be in the mid card, but she's going to the main event. But the four pillars of the women's mid card that will be
Hmm.
pivoting to main event in the next year or two is Lyra Valkyria, Julia, Stephanie Vicaire, and Roxanne Perez. Those are the big
Agreed.
four right there.
And I think that it's a good to wait on Jordan Grace being called up
Yeah.
because I feel like there's so much star power going on right now. They wouldn't know what to do with her. And
Yep.
I don't want to see that happen to Jordan Grace.
Yeah, I want to see when she comes in. I want it to make sense, be something good, and people can kind of get behind it. I
Mhm.
don't know what that is,
Mhm.
but I definitely do want to see her be protected and put in situations where she can succeed because Jordan Grace is an incredible, incredible talent for sure. All right, all right. So now we're moving on here. We've got Roman Reigns, the OTC, and main event Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman. This is a tag team match. Who do you got?
Well, after the shoes of Roman Reigns being stolen from him, that's definitely gonna come back around to Bronson Reed. I'm gonna
Oh yeah,
go with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Cause you have to. After that level of
yeah.
insult, you have to be on your game. You have to want it enough to win and do whatever it takes to come up victorious. So I'm gonna go Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. Braun Breaker, Braun and Braun need to be leveled. They are monsters and they have to be taken out. Maybe. But I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso.
Yeah. The sicko in me just wants to see Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker just take over and do exactly what they did on Monday Night Raw on
Uh-huh.
Saturday.
I knew that there's the D-Gen coming out. I see
Yeah,
it.
yep,
I
yep.
decipher.
Yep, that's the sicko in me. But logistically, I think it's gonna be Jey
Hmm.
Uso and Roman Reigns. I think they're gonna win. I think
Hmm.
they're gonna pick up this victory. Braun and Braun are not going to hurt from taking that loss.
Oh
These are
no,
two singles
not at all.
competitors. They can lose off of a miscommunication. There's a
Hmm.
million ways you can make these two men lose without
Right.
it hurting them. They are on a great trajectory right now,
Hmm.
and to lose to a guy who was just a world heavyweight champion and
Hmm.
lose to another guy who is just one of the longest reigning undisputed champions in the modern day
Hmm.
era, you're doing all right. I think you're doing okay. So yeah, I think it's going to be Uso and Roman. I think they're going to walk away victors.
What do you think the likelihood of anyone from the bloodline intervening?
Oh my God, there's
Do you think?
always a chance.
Yeah. Do
There's
you think
always a chance.
anyone could come in and make the save on behalf of Roman and Jay and cost Braun and Braun the match?
Oh, Jimmy Uso, but
Yeah.
he's on
That,
SmackDown.
yeah.
I mean, but it could still work. I mean, I mean, either way, it works. I mean, Jimmy Uso was the first one that came to my mind.
That was the first person that came into my mind.
And it just makes sense because like let's say they try to do that, and maybe they're like, all right, Roman, you know now you've done your SummerSlam thing, you're
Mhm.
probably going to be gone for the next few months.
Mhm.
All right, well, we got a Raw tag team division that is dying. What can we do to kind of, maybe put a little shot in the arm of it? Well,
Mhm.
maybe the Usos reunite and go after the titles. you
Mhm.
know maybe, you know what, maybe furthermore, maybe Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, they become tag team champions, hold the titles for a while. Who's going to be good enough to take the title off those two behemoths?
Mhm.
One of the
Right.
greatest tag teams in the history
100%.
of the business, the Usos. So yeah, I could see them. There's a lane right there where they could revitalize the men's tag team division on Raw. If they, I think if you're going to keep tag teaming up and doing this Braun and Braun thing, and right now your champions are the Judgment Day. I mean, I don't know how you get the titles off the Judgment Day to get them onto Braun and Braun, but I
Right.
mean, you got to start that conversation, I
For
believe.
sure. There has to be something that makes sense.
Yep.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly. Exactly. All right. All right. We're going to keep going here because we have got a match that I'm very interested in. It's the last one on night one, and that's Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. If Kross wins, Zayn has to say Kross was right. If Zayn wins, Kross must say I was wrong about Sami Zayn. I was really happy to see this match on the
Mhm.
card because they just kind of slipped it in there when they
Right.
dropped the SummerSlam card a few days ago, and I was like, surely they're not going to put Karrion Kross on SummerSlam, although he deserves it because he's
For sure.
over. And they did it. They put him on the card. So I just thought that was a great little touch. But let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen? You think it's going to be Sami Zayn or Karrion Kross?
I'm gonna put all my chips on Karrion Cross. I absolutely enjoy Karrion Cross. I love what he brings to the table. And I don't think Sami Zayn is going to necessarily be hurt by another loss with from Karrion Cross. I'm gonna put the chips on Karrion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm doing the same. I say it's going to be Karrion Cross. I think you just got to be a little bit dangerous. Don't go safe on this. Sami Zayn's not doing anything else. I know
Nope.
that he's a guy that they count on to be one of those like upper mid card. If we need him
Hmm.
to main event, they can do it. So they got to try to maintain that. But I think that you got something with Karrion Cross.
I
You need to
agree.
seriously explore what that is. And the only way, I mean, it's not the only way. This is wrestling. This is so many different ways you can go, spectrums and this and that, but
Hmm.
dimensions. But like, I just feel like if you really want to test the waters with what you got with Karrion Cross, let him beat Sami Zayn at SummerSlam. Let him pick up a huge PLE victory. I think it'll be great for him.
And I feel like what other monster heels besides Braun and Braun do we have on Raw? What masterminds are there? And it's moments like this on PLEs as like one of the big four.
Mhm.
It People are made in moments like this,
Very true.
and I feel like Carrion, like, he has that potential. So why not capitalize on that potential and do
Mhm.
it now?
Yep. I don't think you wait. I don't think
I
you wait.
don't I don't think you wait either. I mean, what other heels do we have on Raw right now? The ones that can cause a big problem for people.
There's not, I mean, the judge, I mean, you could, there was a point where you could say the Judgment Day, but I think
Uh-huh.
the Judgment Day is so much more like infighting now.
Right. Right.
Like their story is between each other. Like they're not, tapping in, internalizing,
Hmm.
and having all these struggles. That's the story in itself. I mean, you got Braun and Braun, and as far as like massive threats and stuff like that, there's not a lot.
Hmm.
There's not a lot.
So yeah, that's why and Carrion, like, he's going to expose the dark side in everyone. So that's why I think he poses more of a latent problem, like one that's going to come to fruition once you cross him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be Carrion.
Yeah, me too. I think it's going to be Karrion Cross. I think that's going to be a good match. I, I think he needs to win though. I'm big on that. Huge, huge on that. But let's go ahead and jump to night 2 because man, this night is going to be absolutely
Woo,
insane.
super
Man,
stacked.
yeah, they stacked it up on this one. Stacked it
Like an
up.
IHOP special.
For real, for real. So, all right, let me start here. We're gonna get the big complicated one out of the way because this is going to be so hard to
I
answer,
already know. I already know which one you're going to hit me with. But go ahead.
and it is going to be so beautiful and so
Mm-hmm.
wonderful to watch. I am so excited for this match. It's the 6 pack tables, ladders, and chairs match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Annie, who do you think is going to win? Dexter Loomis and Joe Gacy from the Wyatt Six,
Oof.
Andrade and Ray Phoenix, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa DIY, Fraxium, Axiom, and Nathan Frazier, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, or the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford.
This is. I, I. Do I have to pick an answer?
I, I don't know what else to say.
Yes. All right. Fine.
Like two, like maybe top
Oh.
two that you think could win.
Oh
Like
God.
this is hard.
Oh. Oh man. Okay. I'm truly stumped. I really am. There's.
This is a hard one. I don't
It
even know
is.
who I'm picking.
You
Once
know
it's
what?
my turn, I'm just gonna spew one out.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So, all right. I'm looking at the card here. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to see what I think is going to happen. I think that the winner is going to be, screw it. It's going to be Andrade and Ray Phoenix. I think Andrade and Ray Phoenix is going to come out. They're going to win this thing. They've already gelled together in a very short amount of time to be a really decent tag team. I mean, if
Mm-hmm.
you know, you know. These guys are not new to each other. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're a WWE fan, just exclusively WWE, this is a makeshift tag team. I really think that they could come from behind, jump up, and have these two, Ray Phoenix and Andrade, come out of this thing a tag team champion. It would be very interesting.
You know, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna go with the hometown heroes. I'm gonna go with the Motor City Machine Guns.
All right, I like that pick.
But I mean, I feel like if the Wyatt Six did not win, I don't I don't know what the ramifications of that might be. It
Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm at. And like, it feels like, here's the thing: it feels like they
yeah,
just won them,
right.
like just won them, and but like I do feel like the probability of them winning it is like super low.
Mhm.
Like
Fair.
I like they won the tag titles, and here's the thing: like WWE, especially when it comes to the tag titles,
Mhm.
they'll do short tag title runs.
Mhm.
Like Tama Tonga and Tongaloa had very short tag team title
Mhm.
runs or tag team title run. The Motor City Machine Guns, I believe their title run was very short.
Yeah, it was like a month or
So
something.
yeah, exactly. So I think that if I had to bet money on something,
Mhm.
I would sooner bet money on the thought that the Wyatt Six are going to be the last team to
Sure.
come out of this
Sure.
winning this thing. Bet money on that before I'd bet money on, oh, this certain team is going to win, because it could really be like any other team.
It
But I
really
just feel
could.
like I do feel like that with the way they're booking tag team the tag team titles on
Mhm.
SmackDown, I think that those short title reigns are a thing, and I think they're gonna lose the. I would almost guarantee that the Wyatt Six are going to lose them on Sunday. I'd be shocked if they retained. Shocked.
I, like there's so many other teams who it could even the odds. So it really could be anyone's game, but I'm just gonna be biased and I'm gonna go with Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. We
Yeah.
got Fightins in here saying he says that the Wyatts have the most help of all the tag teams, which they do. I'm sure
Hmm.
we're gonna see Rowan get involved in some kind of way.
Right.
Nikki Cross will probably get involved in some kind of way. But like I just feel like that they're gonna get dispatched. And I feel like that one of those teams is gonna come and win this thing. I do. And Fightins, you could hold me to that, man. You could hold me to that. If the Wyatts win that, I mean I'll come on this show. I'll say Fightins, you were right. I was wrong. Fightins, you're the almighty wrestling messiah, and I'll come on this show and say it next Wednesday. But we got to see
Oh.
what happens on Sunday night. But yeah, I don't think the chances are high of the Wyatts winning those tag titles. I truly don't. Uh, but let's jump here to a match that I think is going to be sneaky
Hmm.
good, and that's the Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio going up against AJ Styles. Who do you got?
This is one of the matches I'm actually looking forward to the most
Okay,
on
yes, yes,
SummerSlam. Just because I feel like it's just gonna cook. Like you just see the subtle digs that AJ and, that are between AJ and Dominic. Like we saw it on Raw. Like there were different times where you saw Dominic taunting AJ, and then AJ's like looking at him in his eyes. He's like, "I'm coming for you, Dominic," and he did. So I think AJ is gonna come out victorious. I think he will be and new Intercontinental Champion, AJ
I
Styles.
I am with you on that one. I think it's time to see another phenomenal AJ Styles Intercontinental Championship run. I'm most definitely here for it. And I just feel like Dominic Mysterio, they're doing something different with him. They're pivoting with him as he's doing a
Hmm.
lot of stuff with Triple A right now,
Hmm.
which I think is absolutely cool. It's awesome. I think it was great to see the Intercontinental Championship in a Triple A promotion. That
That
was
was cool.
great. Yeah, but I also think there's a possibility that we can see the Intercontinental Championship be presented in not just the one promotion that we saw in AAA,
Go
but
ahead.
possibly another
Hmm.
promotion
Absolutely.
in TNA and being represented by AJ Styles. We just saw AJ Styles. He showed up on TNA about a week ago, and I
I
could definitely
never
see.
thought that was going to happen. I'm
I
I'm
know, isn't that
still
crazy to even say?
confused. The timeline we are living in. AJ
Yeah.
Styles, who came out to his old music. Am I wrong?
Yep. He don't.
Uh-huh.
Nope. You are not. You are not. You are
Uh-huh.
correct.
I'm still confused, and I feel like he is that. See that makes a like for a better business decision than Dominic Mysterio taking that belt and defending it on AAA.
I
Nothing against it, but it
No,
makes
there's
more
nothing against
business
it.
sense.
It does.
Yeah,
It to me it does. I think it's a better look. And honestly, I could call me crazy, but I could see Dominic Mysterio winning one of their titles in AAA and
I
bringing the
agree.
title to Monday Night Raw.
I agree. And then therefore, like other people can jump ship and go after Dominic Mysterio.
Yep. It's just opening that forbidden door. It's
Hmm.
opening that forbidden door, and so and it's really cool. But yeah, I think AJ Styles is going to win it. It's gonna be a really good match. That one's going to be fun.
Because
Um,
he's on his way out within the next 2 years too.
Yeah, it's crazy to think all the people that we're talking about. Oh,
Hmm.
yeah, he's only got about a year, maybe two
Yeah.
years. CM Punk, AJ Styles, Roman
Hmm.
Reigns, Naomi is talking about she's about on her way out the door. You know, like all these greats. It's oh my god,
Hmm.
so crazy to think about for sure. All right. Let's jump over to this cage match for the United States Championship.
Ooh.
Solo Sequoia champion going up against Jacob Fatu. I'm on the fence about this one, but what do you think?
Yeah. I have to do a mental game of rock paper scissors with myself. I'm gonna go with the Simone Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Think Jacob's gonna come out of this thing?
I.
I
Hmm.
I am so on the fence with this one
Hmm.
because why put the I just don't understand why you flip flop the title back to Jacob,
Hmm.
but I could see them doing it. Like unless there's nobody else to debut, The only way.
There's always another person to debut
Oh,
in
yeah, that's true,
in the
especially in
Super.
that family.
Yes.
I might not know who they are. I mean, okay, let's say it like this. If this would be very interesting, I could see Solo retaining if Zilla Fatu comes and joins and is like the little crash out of the MFT.
Hmm.
That's just me throwing that in the dark. Cause Zilla Fatu, he's like the young kid in the family. He'd be the perfect like crash out character for that, like
He really
perfect.
would be. He
I think he'd be
really
great
would
for
be.
that role. But I'm gonna be safe here, and I'm gonna say Jacob Fatu gets the championship back. Um, it like I said, I think we will see. I think we will see MFT shenanigans, but
Mm.
I think we'll see like we could see Jimmy Uso come and help out. Maybe maybe Zilla come and be on that other side, or maybe Jay come and help out. I don't know, but I do think that there's a reality where Jacob is going to get that championship once again, and they're just going to flip flop it.
I agree. I think that's just where we're living right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's going to be a fun match to watch, but like it feels weird. Like I don't feel weird breaking it down because they've really done a good job of telling the
Hmm.
story. But as far as the direction goes, I just don't know where it's going right now with this family infighting right now.
I mean, how many branches are on this one tree? I
A lot.
mean, there are a lot. There are a lot, but uh, what do you think has to be added to keep the infighting like fresh?
I mean, I don't know because it seems like their go-to is bring in more members,
Hmm.
and maybe you know what? I didn't even consider about the fact Solo could have retained because Tamatonga returns because yeah,
Hmm.
we still haven't seen Tamatonga yet, but we also don't
Hmm.
know. We also don't know where Tamatonga's allegiance really lies at.
Sure.
So, because last time we saw him, I believe he was riding with Jacob.
Hmm.
So I just don't know. It's going to be interesting. Maybe that could be the outlier, but yeah, it's got to be more than just bringing in new
Hmm.
family members.
I agree. I
You got
agree.
to tell more intricate stories, and like once again, it's all good right now because it's like in the mid card and they're not taking up as much
Hmm.
time, as the Bloodline storyline was,
Hmm.
because it's just that's morphed into something else. But like I just don't know what you're gonna do to keep it fresh, and but it's certainly not going to be continuing to bring in new members.
Hmm. I mean, yeah. I mean, you just have to keep adding layers upon layers upon layers. So.
Yeah, yeah, no, most definitely. And speaking of a feud that I think has been really adding layers to it, especially this specific person right here, Lyra Valkyria, she's going to be going up against Becky Lynch. This is a no disqualification, no count out, last chance match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. If Lynch wins, Lyra Valkyria can no longer challenge for the title as long as Becky Lynch is champion. Who do you got?
Okay, so here is my prediction. Becky Lynch wins because Bailey screws over Lyra.
Ooh,
Because, I don't know, Bailey is pretty pissed that she, for the first time in I don't know how long, she hasn't been involved in SummerSlam.
yep.
So
And
sometimes you
she
gotta
wasn't
create
on
a spot for
WrestleMania
yourself.
either.
What did you say?
She wasn't on WrestleMania either.
She was not. She was not. So I think, like, this actually has the perfect makings of a heel Bailey, and I'm ready for it. I am ready.
Yeah, I like that idea. I think it's a really good idea because I think Bailey needs that freshening up. We all love Bailey.
Hmm.
I think it's been the last two episodes of the Raw deal. Anytime we've talked about Bailey, I've had nothing but good things to say about
Hmm.
her journey and everything that she's done. So yeah, I could definitely see that. But I just feel like maybe they're gonna go with it with Lyra. I'm not saying that they can't do Lyra and Bailey next for the title
Hmm.
because maybe Bailey feels like she has a better chance of beating Lyra than she has of beating Becky because
Hmm.
Becky is just proven in her return when she wrestles like she's masterful. Like
She,
sometimes we forget how good. Like I forget how good Becky Lynch is until
Mhm.
she does things in the ring, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's why she's the man. It was more.
Absolutely.
It's more than just getting her, her face bloodied by Nia Jackson jumping
Mhm.
into the crowd during a SmackDown Live, rebellion that they were doing on Monday Night Raw. It's more than that. It's the in ring capabilities that Becky Lynch
Mhm.
possesses that makes her one of the best in the world. So sometimes we forget, but like I just feel like they really want to go with Lyra. I think they're giving they're the proverbial rope with Lyra is there. It's getting looser and looser. They're letting her
Mhm.
try things. They're giving her opportunities to be herself. I feel like they are very, very methodically and well planned in their approach with
I
what
agree.
they're trying to build with Lyra
Mhm.
Valkyria.
Yeah, she's shaping up to be something quite spectacular. So, if Lyra ends up winning, I would not be surprised.
I like your idea though. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a
Mhm.
great idea to be a catalyst to Bailey's heel turn
Mhm.
because it's needed because Bailey is amazing. And I just saw something earlier
Mhm.
on the internet, just looking at stuff and seeing other people's thought pieces and opinions. I saw something going around that they're like, what's the difference? What's the difference between names like Charlotte Flair and Mercedes Monet
Mhm.
and Becky Lynch? Three of the four horsewomen, and then
Sure.
the fourth horsewoman, Bailey.
Bailey. Yeah.
Everybody says that she does things the right way. She's a good soldier. She takes everything that she is given to her. But what's the difference there? Why do people see Monet, who's like a 6 or 7 title belt holder right now,
I think she has
for
8.
8? See, that's what I'm
She
talking about.
doesn't
Just
even have a waist big enough to hold all of them. Whatever.
I know. I
Ugh.
know. And then you have Charlotte Flair, highly decorated
Right.
women's champion. Then you have somebody like Becky Lynch, who's, a WrestleMania main eventer, one of the first women to do it. What's the difference there? And the thought piece was basically saying, because Bailey is selfless and those other women are selfish. And they're selfish enough to push through people's opinions of them,
Mhm.
push through the hate, push through whatever people are going to think about them, and do what they need to do, hold down who they need to hold down, and secure the spots that they need to secure
Mhm.
because it's a business where you have to secure those spots, and it's cutthroat, and it's not always pretty, and it's not always beautiful. A lot of people don't like the way. There's a lot of people who don't like Mercedes Monet. They don't
Mhm.
like the fact that she has all these titles. They don't like the fact that she has creative control. They don't
Mhm.
like the fact, but it's like she put that pressure on it though. She
Yeah.
put that pressure. She said, "This is what I'm worth." And you know what? AEW and these other companies buy
Mhm.
into it, whether
And some
people on the
people
internet
really
like it or
hate
not.
that. Some
Yep.
people really hate that in women, because
Yep.
it's a very masculine trait, to stick your elbows in and get what you want. But
Yep.
also, that's the difference. Bailey takes what she's given and says, thank you. And some women are and I'm not taking anything away from Bailey, like they're just different entities. Some women are unafraid to be ruthless, grab things by the jugular and say, this is what I want and I'm taking it. And it comes down to the choice, like, what are you willing to do to get what you want? And
Mhm.
and sometimes the most likable person is glazed over because you know what, they do it the right way, they follow the direction, but at the same risk they're unfortunately looked over.
Yep.
And I feel like the tides are turning for Bailey because like she's week by week she's eroding.
Yeah.
Her smile isn't as big, her eyes are becoming more vicious, like the animal inside is ready to come out.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're that ugliness is almost rearing its ugly head, and I love it. I love it because I there are qualities in myself I relate a lot to Bailey.
Yeah.
But what are you willing to do to get what you want? And it boils down to that.
That's very true. That is very true. Listen, I think some of the character arc of Bailey needs to be studied from being the wide eyed hugger that
Mhm.
she was when she came into NXT to,
Mhm.
like you said, how you put it, like having to
Mhm.
have that more vicious nature, having to step on people, having to do the things that you need to do.
Mhm.
It's just crazy to see that wide eyed girl who just
Yeah.
was a huge fan of this, loved this, and just wanted to hug the world, grow into somebody who had to, you know she had to let that child
Yeah.
go in order
Yeah.
to get the things that she really wanted to get. And that's a deep story right there.
100%. And I feel like that's the story that's going to be told very soon. And I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's definitely a great story here. But until then, yeah, I think it's going to be Lyra. Let's move on
Mhm.
to the women's main event match.
Mhm.
And that's the triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. This is going to be a banger, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
Naomi
Oh,
champion
dude, I'm so
versus Rhea
excited.
Ripley and Io Sky. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with Naomi. I
Okay.
really am. I, they pulled the trigger on her, and I think that's what they should continue to do. She's making magic with this iteration of Naomi, and she's gonna tell everyone why, once again, why they're gonna be proceeding with caution. And I don't think Io and Rhea really take her as seriously as they should. She's unafraid to stab people in the back, rake them in the eyes. This uh, Naomi is vicious and underhanded, and I think she's going to retain. And I still don't think Io's, or I'm sorry, I don't think Rhea is going to be Io.
Nope. Still not gonna happen. Still not gonna happen. And on my end, I agree with you. I think it's gonna be Naomi. I think Naomi is going to win this thing. I think she's gonna continue her reign of terror on Monday Night
Mm-hmm.
Raw. And I think that there's a story there that people are gonna try to continue to chase her. And I just don't think that right now is the right time to take that title off of her,
Mm-hmm.
because you made that decision to do it at Evolution. It was a great decision. It was a big pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody expected it. And then she loses the title and now she's on Monday Night Raw, she's just
Yeah.
kind of she's kind of just drifting a little bit,
And then
you
what's
know?
the point? What's the point of her doing something as could potentially be detrimental as doing a heel turn and then not letting her run with it? I feel like that would be really, really, really foolish.
Yeah, I just think like in all aspects, what's best for business is Naomi has to retain. They're gonna have a banger. It's gonna be a
Oh,
great match,
100%.
incredible match, but Naomi's got to retain.
And it doesn't take away from Io and Rhea, who's
Oh,
been multiple champions.
yep.
So, Naomi all the way.
Yeah, same here. Same here. All right, we're at the last match here, gentlemen, and that's a street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Who do you got?
This match is going to be at least 25 minutes.
Oh yeah, they're gonna drag this one
Oh,
along.
yeah. Oh, I think it's going to be Cody. I think it's going to be
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I think this will begin the ascent from where John Cena is now, and I don't think he'll leave a champion, and I don't think he'll leave a heel. I think he took that wayward journey, and I think he's coming back home. So I got Cody Rhodes over John Cena.
gotcha. I like what you said. That you said that you don't think John Cena is gonna leave a champion, and you don't think
Hmm.
he's gonna leave a heel. And I absolutely agree, because I think that Cody Rhodes is going to become the WWE Undisputed Champion. And I think we're going to see a double turn between John Cena. Yep.
Ooh.
Between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And I'm having fun with this one. I don't even care. And furthermore, I think The Rock is going to return and embrace Cody as the corporate Cody that he wanted earlier this year.
Oh, but with that in mind, I like where you're going, but who? Okay, well, if Cody is no longer the giant baby face of the company, then John Cena would revert and fill that spot. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, because he was already like slightly. I think some of us can kind of see it. Is that he's like, man, I'm kind of regretting this heel turn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
the best way for me to the reason why we say double turn, and this is something that we've been talking about in the household for a
Mm-hmm.
while now, and I'm just running with it because I like the idea. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't. I
Sure.
truly don't care. I just hope it's a
Sure.
great show. But I'm
It's gonna
still
be a great
going
show.
with it.
100%.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I think there's a story to tell with Cody, uh, cashing in his chips. What's the story here? Well, Cody couldn't do the vicious thing that he needed to do to retain the title in the first place, and that led to Cena winning the championship.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the story here is that Cody's going to pull out all stops to make sure he gets that title back. And in the time that he embraces The Rock, because he's going to become The Rock's boy, he's going to become corporate Cody, then we're going to organically get behind
Mm-hmm.
sympathetically John Cena, who just got
Yep.
screwed over.
He's gonna find his heart again, and in that
Yep.
moment, there's our double turn.
Yep. I could definitely see reality where we see a rare double turn.
I mean, this is the night of all nights. Night two of SummerSlam.
Yep. One of your
I
biggest events of the year, one of your top four. Yeah, I could definitely see them doing something big.
Yeah, I think we called a pretty good SummerSlam.
I think so. I think a lot of the picks are solid there. I'm just excited for the weekend. Like I said, I got a big weekend planned, and it's just gonna be fun to see all this stuff go down and eat some good food and kick it with
Mhm.
family as SummerSlam is going down. So I'm super excited for that. It's gonna be great. But I got to give you this floor, Annie, because you gave me all of this time here. We got through a really great episode, another good one here on In Your House for the Raw Deal. I got to give you the opportunity. Plug anything that you want to plug, anything that you have coming down the pipeline. This is your time.
Well, August 9th, I return to Frontline Pro for the first time in history. The women take the center stage, rightfully right where they belong. All women's show. It's going to be fun. I am the lead female commentator, and I can't wait to use my voice and uplift all of the women that are on the card. There's so many different stars that will be featured on this show, and I don't know if Bakerville Bar and Grill will still be standing after this. The show will finish. It's going to be really fun. August 23rd, um, I will be at CCW featuring our relentless Ray Larson going head to head,
Yeah.
formerly known as Gigi Dolan, Priscilla Kelly. They will be tearing
Oh
down
my
that
God.
house. Yes, I hope that building has insurance. If not, I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, but that will be one of my final bookings in Michigan. So that's going to be a lot of fun because there are lots of changes on the horizon, and when they're posted to social media, that's when I will be revealing what is coming down the pipeline for me, because I'm always up to something. But in the
Yes.
meantime, I'm kicking it in jujitsu. I'm hitting the gym, and just doing what I can. And yeah, that's it. How about you, friend? What's going on for you?
And I'm going to be right here doing my thing and in your house. Guys, make sure you check out everything the amazing Annie O'Neal is doing. If you guys can catch her before her last booking, catch her. You got to do it because she's super talented and she does a great, great job. So most definitely check that out. But as for me, once again, right here doing my thing and in your house, we have got a big weekend coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to get everything down, get ready for this big Discord watch along. We're all going to be on there. We're going to try to get the chat chief on there. I'm going to be on there, in and out, just giving some live thoughts as the show goes down. We're going to be happy. We want to get that Discord active, guys. So if you guys can get somebody else in there, tell a friend, get them in there. We're trying to get to 50. We've got a really good foundation of really great wrestling fans that are having conversations around the clock. It is great. We got it from different countries. It's awesome what we are building, where it's not a lot right now, but the connections that we have from different countries, Puerto Rico, from the UK, around the country, people that are coming in talking wrestling in this Discord. This is why we want you in there. We want the fans to come in, talk about it, and that's where we drop a lot of the first things that we do. When we do special episodes like we're going to be doing this weekend, we drop it there. When we're having guests that are be coming on the show, we're going to do it there. So make sure you get there. As far as bookings go, I'm going to be doing my thing for a while, just kicking it. But September, I should be returning back to Emerge. So keep your eyes on what I'm going to be doing there. But right now, just making sure everything is turning here with the podcast, doing the family thing. You guys know how it is. But yeah, just keeping on going, keeping on rolling, because it's all part of the work. And that's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So for Divinely Designed Annie O'Neal and the entire team here at In Your House, I'm Malakan, the Concept House, here to tell you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.
Yeah, yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Rumpus in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke.